Well, another episode of TruAbutment's InTRUview is underway. I'm Jeff Kraft, and today we're in Sacramento, California. The guys back there? Perfect. We're hanging out here at Corr Dental Designs, where we're going to chat with a couple of guys. Chris, who's the cam manager, and also Ryan, the owner. I want to find out more about them and how they got started. Chris, how are ya?
Good, how you doing?
Hey, I want to find out more about your story, how you became a part of this team here at Corr Dental Designs. We'll do that outside when you wrap up here. Sounds good? Ryan back that way?
Yes, he is.
All right. Now, Corr Dental Designs, one of the most well-respected dental labs in Northern California, but they also service nationwide. Let's find out more. Ryan?
Yes, sir.
Working hard. How you doing?
Good, how you doing?
Good. I want to find out your story. I want to find out how you got started and creating one of the most respected dental labs in Northern California, and also, again, servicing nationwide. Do that outside when you wrap up. Sound good?
Yes, sir. I'll be done in a moment.
All right, sounds good. See you then.
Thank you.
All right, so Brian, Chris, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. I want to find out more about you guys as individuals. So how did you get involved in this dental space as a whole? I mean, growing up, is this something that always excited you? Do you have family that was a dentist?
Yeah,
how did it start?
So my father started a lab when I was 1 year old in our garage. And so the dental lab's always been part of me, been part of our family. I'd come in on the weekends with my dad while he was working, and I would fool around, or I'd go and just adventure out in the field. You know, there used to be fields, you know, and I'd go down the creek and fish while he was working. And so I would always see him in the dental laboratory, or we'd come in throughout the years growing up. And I got to a point where I saw an opportunity that it was a ready-made business, and I always wanted to be in some type of business. And I jumped in. I asked my dad, "Can I join the crew?" And he said, "You got to start from the bottom." And so I did. And went through, just like Chris, went through the model department, went through the waxing, saw everything, learned the business, and ended up starting to going out and doing sales for Dad, talking with doctors, and that was kind of like the catapult into me starting to run the lab, because I would hear what the doctors needed and I would bring it back to the lab and implement it.
You're basically born into it.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Into it.
Yeah.
Chris, how did you get involved in this industry as a whole? CAD/CAM, I mean, technology in this dental industry has grown so much, so fast. What's your background?
Well, I started in 1999. Had a friend whose dad owned a laboratory, and that's how I got into the lab business and worked my way up from the model room to metal finishing, waxing, and then finally got into the CAD/CAM, and have just worked my way to being a manager and just learning everything I can and just trying to stay up with the advancements of everyday dental technology.
How'd you meet this guy?
I applied. I seen
Yeah.
they put had a job offer out there on I forget which job website it was. I just applied.
Okay.
And the rest is history.
Nice.
Almost 5 years almost
Yeah.
I've been here.
Oh, great. Okay, so you've seen the growth of the company, of Corr in general, grow. What is your secret to stay on top of it and be on the cutting edge?
Just to not be afraid to try new things, and you just have to dive into it and do it. And if you're scared, you're not going to advance. So you have to be afraid to fail, and then that's how you can advance in the long run.
Ryan, you've grown the company so fast, partly because of the relationship you have with, tell me about that. Tell me about the Pacific Aesthetic Continuum, how you created that relationship and how it's helped grow the company.
So there are a group of doctors that wanted to go and teach and do hands-on courses, continuing education courses with other doctors, and they needed a laboratory. And so we were able to sit down with Garrett Caldwell and have a good meeting, and he explained it to us. And instantly my sister and I were on board. We knew that this was something that can grow the company, elevate the company to a different aesthetics level. And so we jumped in. We full on went in, and it's been a great avenue for us to grow, to learn, and just be a better lab.
For the TruAbutment relationship, tell me about how that got started. How did TruAbutment, did they contact you? Did you contact them?
Chris, you contacted them?
Yes, I had, from a past laboratory I was at, I knew about TruAbutment, and having failed experiences with other manufacturers, had the best outcome with TruAbutment. Cleanest abutments, seamless. I try and get all our doctors TruAbutment scan bodies. Therefore we can make a digital model with a true digital analog if need be, or we can get a true tie base to make custom zirconia abutments for them. It's just the seamless, the best. We get the best work from TruAbutment. We can tell people take time in what they're doing there,
And we get them in a timely fashion.
That's important.
Yeah.
Yes, because if we don't have the abutment, then we can't make the case. And it's very cost efficient. That makes our overheads less, so we can make more profit on the crown. So.
Tell me about some of the obstacles you faced over the years and advice to give somebody else getting into opening up their own dental lab.
Well, it's going to take long hours. The biggest thing is to know your doctor, communication with your doctors. If you know what they want, then you can provide it. Just being straightforward with the doctor and saying, hey, what do you need from me to make your life easier as you see the case? And even going in there and seating the case with the doctor to see what they're doing, and you can translate that to what you're doing here at the lab, and just following up, saying, hey, how'd this case go? How'd that case go? Having communication with the doctor makes the doctor feel like you're interested in what they're doing, instead of just making a crown and getting it out the door. So that's a huge thing.
Is the invitation ever there where the dentist says, I'd like you to come in
Oh, yeah.
and sit next to me and I want you to watch kind of what I'm doing so that communication can be stronger?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like I said, I went in there, a doctor asked me to come in and seat an implant case on Friday. And we went in there and we sat the case. It went very well. The patient was happy. The patient was excited that I was there as a lab tech. And it makes the doctor look like, hey, they really care about what's going on with this case. And so being there and being a part of the seat is always a good option. Even with our continuing education part of it, being part of the process of prepping, taking impressions, looking over the impressions, talking with the doctor about how they can take a better impression, and then doing the case here, and then going and seating the case with the doctor and seeing what their challenges that they have. It helps. It makes the bond stronger.
The growth of the company over the last 5 years, over the last couple of years, obviously has jumped tremendously. What is the overall goal of Corr Dental Designs in your mind?
Well, in my mind, there's no ceiling.
Okay.
I just want to grow and grow just to make it a big quality business, renowned throughout the world. I would love to be the country right now. We're pretty renowned. A lot of people know us, and just keep it going. Keep growing.
Oh, yeah.
Tony!
He's fixing his eyebrows.
Tony, come on!
Everybody, 1, 2, 3, funny pose. 1.
They gave us a gift for the lab. Okay, so it's a Bose speaker. Soundly. Oh, we got sandwiches over here. Here's a drone. Oh, that's awesome.
You turns out.
Neat.
No, we're gonna
Chris, Ryan, thanks a lot, you guys. I appreciate you letting me come out and look forward to seeing the growth of the company. It's exciting.
It's very exciting, and I appreciate you guys coming out and giving us some lunch and doing the interview.
Yeah, no problem. All right, guys.
Thank you, sir.
See ya. Well, that is going to do it. Another InTRUview in the books. The question is, who's next? See you guys.